Hello and welcome to part 2 of Paris Axis, the world of Napoleon won the Napoleonic Wars. So, first things first, a little recap on what has happened. Napoleon invades Russia. However, the Russians do not employ scorched earth tactics, and France is able to take St. Petersburg and Moscow. This causes chaos, and eventually a peace treaty is signed between Austria, France, and the UK. Well, now, Britain becomes isolated and loses almost all of their influence on the continent of Europe. And instead, they have to focus on their vast, rich colonial empire that is growing bigger and bigger, while France begins to compete with them for land while they have the European continent. So they build a big navy. While in the U.S., the U.S. had been allied with France after the Napoleonic Wars. However, the British had soon eventually became some big allies, however, only secretly, as they didn't want to upset the French and cause a war. While in Africa and many other places, colonial holdings began to be very important to them. These colonial holdings were all around the African coast, and they more so acted as trading colonies than colonial holdings. And so they traded with much of the African natives in the Congo and what is now Nigeria, and most of the sub-Saharan and even the Saharan tribes in Sudan, Egypt, Morocco, all the northern coast. While in Russia, it was chaos. The imperialists, who were mostly rich noblemen, focused around the city of St. Petersburg, was mostly fighting against the Free Russian Republic, which was a group of the poorer classes of Russia who were mostly focused around Moscow and in the working countrysides of Ukraine and the Caucasus. While anarchy movements and little city-states began popping up in Siberia, as it was almost impossible to control anything there, and basically every single town was on its own. The Qing dynasty invaded much of modern areas that are owned by Russia, while the Kazakhs, Prussians, Swedes, and Ottomans also gained land. I'm going to make a part 3 soon. And so, subscribe and like to support me in doing that. And so, adios for now.